in the general chat on my server. I've gotten whispers. Oh my god, beta key giveaway. Let's join.
Silence. Hello, everyone, and welcome to PvP Live's Friday Night Face-Off, the third one. This is our third one. I couldn't be more excited. We got some exciting teams coming up. We got some Hearthstone beta keys, which I'm sure everyone is pumped up for. I'm your host, Jason, accompanied by Paul. How you doing today?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing great. I can't wait for this. I wish I could get one of those beta keys, but yeah, well, I'm not allowed. It sucks.
I'm pretty sure we're all itching for the beta keys. We'll be giving away the first one very shortly. We are also accompanied by our commentators, Wes and Riles. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great, actually. We've got some pretty good teams lined up here to play, and I'm hoping to see some good games.
And I'm surprisingly happy about the matchup we're going to have today. Real interesting, both mage comps, so makes me surprisingly happy seeing mages in the scene. Gonna be a good day. 2 mage comps. Couldn't ask for more.
Excellent, excellent. We're also joined by Aridin, who is our technical director off screen. How you doing today, Aridin?
Good. How's it going?
Good, good, good. I am pumped to get this tournament on its way. We got some exciting teams, but before that, we are going to give away our first beta key right away. We're going to get right to it. So basically, we're going to run this just like pretty much every other streamer does. You got to type in an answer or a word, and then after a certain amount of time, we're going to roll the dice, and we will pick our winner. So basically, for the first one, it's a simple question. Make sure your answer is in all lowercase and one word. And the question is, what day is our PvP Live podcast? We run it the same day every week. We've done 7 of them now. So we've been doing it for almost 2 months. What day do we run our PvP Live podcast? It's on the same day, every week at the same time, 4 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. CET. I see some right answers coming in, some wrong ones. I will tell you right up front, it's not Friday. But anyways, let's move on. These are going to go through, and then we will give away the first beta key before we go to the first arena match. So let's start out by looking at these 2 teams. Last week, on the number 2 of Friday Night Face-Off, we had House Tully, which is an FMP, playing against Team Raynom. House Tully came out with the win. They won twice out of 3 times, and it was a really good matchup, but it was very quick. And going against House Tully this week, we have Team Tesoro, which is actually a really well-known Russian team. So actually, just starting with Paul here, let's kind of go through. Actually, you know what? Before we even go through each one of the classes, let's talk about your predictions. What do you think you're going to see between House Tully and Team Tesoro today?
Well, that's a tough one. I think both of these are excellent teams. I think Team Tesoro are probably the best Russian team, at least that's what everyone says. So, and to be fair, in the English community, we don't have as much interaction with the Russian community. I mean, a lot of these players are famous even in the English community, so it'll be nice to see some of these people that you perhaps don't see as often. And like on Anywhere, you don't see them streaming as much and such, so that'll be interesting to see. And as you said, House Tully riding high from winning last week, so they have to be confident because they are the defending champions after all. So, but if I have to predict anything, I think the MLD is probably a stronger comp right now. More well-known players, more probably used to playing like in this environment. So I would have to give them the advantage here.
Paul, I can't remember if I was talking to you or it was Rouse or Wes, but we were talking about Foxy.
Uh-oh. Not sure who cut out here.
First seed. He was the first seed from to go into playoffs, which was from the red group, if I'm not sure. And I was in that group, and I faced him. And I think my team was one of the only teams we beat him with whatever. I'm just gonna say they were really, really strong. No one was anticipating him playing Destro. Like, no one played Destro in a competitive scene last season, but he did so. and most people were saying, at least I was really bragging about him, saying he was probably the best Destrolok in the world right now, if it wasn't the Thugonomics. But at least on EU-wise, Russia-wise, he was by far the best Destrolok. Yeah, so hands down to him. He's an amazing player, but also Fake You. He has been in the tournament scene for a really, really long time. We all know him. We all seen his cool movies and everything like that. So I'm looking.
Seem to be having some problems with Skype. Not sure what's going on here.
Excellent.
Trade all the way.
Russian trade all
Hey.
the way. Wes, going to you.
Hey guys, real quick. I don't know. We got some problems with Skype going on. I'm not sure what's the deal here, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're
are we
frozen.
not live?
You're frozen. No, we're live, but the call keeps dropping. You froze on a kind of dumb looking face there for a second.
I see that. Yeah, that looks very interesting. Thank you.
Your face
I'm
looks
glad I'm
awesome.
back now.
Yeah. I don't know what's
Jeez
going on.
Louise. Okay, it appears that we're back now. Are we good? Looks like
I think so.
Okay,
you-
let's continue. Sorry.
I
guys,
did
for
wanna
the
cut in real quick too. We got a lot of
Okay.
people here entering for the role for the Hearthstone Beta Key giveaway. Real quick, guys.
Okay.
Make sure you're following us. Make sure you're following our Twitch
Yeah.
stream.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I did not explain that. Thank you, Airden.
Yeah.
You must be following our stream. So this is what's going to happen when we roll for one of the beta keys and it says not following. We're going to the next person. So just make sure you're following us here on Twitch. That would be awesome. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Airden, for bringing that up, and I hope we're back
problem.
together here on Skype. Wes, I don't think we heard from you. Now let's talk about, you were here for last week's House Tully versus Team Radom. What do you think is going to happen this week between the two teams?
Well, me and Ross talked about this actually quite a bit before we started the stream, and I'm pretty convinced that the MLD will win this purely because of sheer experience. That's going to be the main factor, I think. So I think like FNB is good, no doubt, but the MLD is better.
Okay, kind of last week when we were talking about the two teams, we kind of predicted that House Tully was going to basically kind of train the Shaman on the other team, and that's pretty much exactly what happened. And earlier today, our whole team was talking about it, and I think we came to, I don't want to say a unanimous decision, but I think a lot of us agreed that Snuggly, the Feral Druid, might actually be the one to be getting trained this week. Paul, going to you, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, like we were saying when we were talking about this, since the change to Cyclone, that it's no longer instant, it's pretty much every game ferals are being trained now just to simply prevent that mechanic alone, because that's one of the strongest things about them. To stop, like, say someone's low, to stop incoming heals, they put it onto the target that's low, put it onto the healer. It's so much extra CC that they don't have if you train the feral druid. It's just,
Right.
I mean, you can stop a mage from CCing, yeah, but he can palm poly or anything like that. He can get cast off. But if you train the feral, that's so much harder to do. So, yeah, I would be very surprised if they picked anyone other than the feral to go on.
Interesting. Riles, what are your thoughts on Snuggly, the Feral Druid, getting trained on these matches here?
I think it can most likely happen, but it's not a factor that's needed for Team Tesoro to win at all. Like, I think Team Tesoro can capitalize on any kind of mistake, just any small mistake House Tully does. Like, if the mage from House Tully gets a locked out in Frost, they can probably just swipe him down. Like, the burst from a mage and Destrolock together, it can kill someone from 100 to 0 in that lockout pretty quick. So I believe they can, like, swap into anyone that's in a bad position. They don't necessarily need to tunnel someone, but to be safe, like, I guess their main target is gonna be the Feral Druid, but I think they're gonna capitalize on any mistake, any out of position. So I think we'll probably see maybe tunnel vision Feral, but you can see them, like, do it the first game, but the second game they might just, like, hey, they might just get a random kill on a priest, and you're like, whoa, what happened? They just catch him off guard.
Before we go to Wes for his comments on who's going to get trained this match, I just want to bring up again for the contest. Type in what day is our PvP live podcast. Type it all lowercase letters, one word, obviously, and make sure that you're following us Right after we get back from Wes's answer, we will be giving away the first beta key of 4. So we actually have 3 more after this first one. Wes, what do you think about Snuggly being the one to get trained this first match here?
I definitely think it's the safest option, like Raul said already, because if the MLD just sits on the feral, then he won't be getting those clones off, and that will stop a lot of CC.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, it's a two-way game, obviously. So on the other hand, I think because what hasn't been said yet is that we'll probably be seeing the FNP going for the resto druid on the MLD, and he's the one probably going to be tunneled. So it's they have to stop it's not just a one-way trip. So yeah, I don't think it's that black and white.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait for this first match to begin, which will be starting up here very shortly. I want to remind everyone to go to pvp-live.com, bookmark our website, follow us here on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, follow all of us on Twitter at Macaw TV and at Daedric TV up on screen right now. So, Aridin, let's go to you. Let's go to this first Hearthstone beta key giveaway. Again, for any last minute entries, type in what day, all lowercase, is our PvP Live podcast weekly. And I just want to point out it is, well, you'll find out the answer after this. So going to Aridin, let's roll those dice. Make sure to follow us. There you go. Nice.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, that's actually, well, he's going to be happy for sure.
Perfect. Congratulations, Jesus Child.
Yep, you're on stream.
I think
There we go. Thanks a
awesome.
bunch.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. We
Oh,
still have 3 more-
apparently my mic was
What?
muted on stream. I'm
Oh.
kind of sorry, guys. I'm handling a bunch of stuff at the same time. But Jesus Child is the winner. He wins. He says
Yep.
thanks a bunch. Yeah. So the answer we were looking for was Sunday. We have our podcast on Sunday, every single Sunday. And thanks for tuning in, guys. So I'm gonna give it back to Jason here.
Thank you very much, Sheridan. Yeah, our podcast is every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. CET time, and we just talk about the PvP community as a whole, and talk about what's going on, and it's very interesting. Please remember to tune in. Again, we still have 3 more beta keys to give away. We'll be giving away the second one right after the first match, which is going to be coming up here very shortly.
And all the winners of the beta keys, stick around. We're gonna just collect all the names that have won, and we're gonna give them all away at the end of the show. So everybody that's won, we're taking note, and you'll get your keys later on.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so let's get back to 1 second here. Okay, so let's before we're getting the game set up right now, it's only going to be a few more minutes. We should be starting up here very shortly. Let's go over House Tully, a Team FMP poll. Let's talk about. We don't know for sure exactly if he's going to be coming out with Discipline or Holy Azaran on Team FMP. What do you think he's going to be coming out with there to go?
I think it would be a mistake if they came as Disc. I think Holy's just significantly stronger right now. Even though not really a nerf, it got fixed in the sense that Prayer of Mending, it was kind of ignoring battle fatigue from what I know, and I think Light Spring as well. Although I'm not 100% sure on that, I heard that from people. So they're doing a lot less healing than they were, say, a couple of weeks ago, but I think they're still much better than Disc right now. So yeah, I'm almost certain he'll be Holy.
Going down to Wes and Riles, what are your thoughts on what Azaran, is he going to be coming out as a Holy or Disc Priest today?
I think it'll be Holy for sure. It's just Holy is so much better right now because of the Justice. The Justice Stun is the main thing about Holy. It's just a little bit more instant CC, and that's what FMP really needs during those games.
Right.
Just the instant CC chains keep it going, and Holy is really good for that.
And
Ryle,
another thing is that Holy doesn't have to cast that much. This team has 2 interrupts, so I mean that's just another thing right there.
But they don't have an
Ryle,
aura mastery, so that's the other
Oh,
flip
yeah,
side of the
but-
coin.
Yeah, true.
Riles, what are your thoughts on Discipline or Holy for this comp? Riles, you there? I guess
I guess
Riles
he's. I guess
Riles
he's
is not here right now.
Hello, I'm here. I was
He's-
just muted for some odd reason.
Oh, Riles. Yeah, we were talking about Team FMP.
Yeah,
Is
I know. I was
Aspen
muted.
Disc or Holy? Okay.
Okay, yeah, I was saying he was gonna be a holy, and I'm gonna explain why I think he should be holy. And for the people that doesn't understand a holy mechanic, they basically have this ability called chastise, and it's basically a rage stun they can use, and it's on like a 25-second cooldown, something like that, and it's a really similar cooldown to fear. So basically, what priests do, they use this range stun, kind of disorient thing, and then they run up to the target and they fear him. They basically chastise him, and then they go into their invincibility. Invince, and so the enemy can't see them or CC them, and then they kind of go like and fear them out for that. And it's really easy to do. It's OP mechanic, to be honest, and yeah, that's why we all think this is necessary, and also why this is strong against this comp at the MLD is because the Resto Druid is really hard to CC. So that stuff you can do it on any healer, any class of healer. So that's why I think it's just really needed.
Going to, how do we think that they're going to stop the Warlock Spheres on the? I mean, do you think it's probably going to be? Is House Tully going to be training Foxita on Team Tesoro? What do you think the play is going to be? Paul, I'm sorry.
I think they might. See, the thing is that FMP can generally go on any target of the MLD. I don't think there is a bad target to go on this. And I think they might choose Foxita because they can stop him from CCing so much, but also to stop UA. Like, if he gets fears off with UA, the priest can't keep dispelling them. And that's how you lose against MLD. They get off one fear, and then they get off a poly, and then they get off a cyclone. And it just becomes this snowball that you eventually can't control. So, I mean, honestly, I'm not sure if they will go the Warlock, but I think that might be the better choice. If they don't just decide, okay, we need to win really early, so we have to kill the Druid really quick.
Gotcha. Riles, going to you. What do you think their plan's going to be? Do you think they're going to be training Foxita?
I think they necessarily don't need to train Foxita. It's a safe way to play, but I think the way for them to win the easiest way is to go on the Resto Druid, but they can easily put so much CC into Warlock. And if he's gonna not play with that Death Coil, I mean what's it called? Well, the thing where the mechanic where you basically
Unbound will.
No, if he uses Unbound Will, he's gonna lose his mechanic, the other mechanic, so he's gonna be vulnerable to actually be swapped on. So it's a mind game there, which talent Foxita is gonna play. So we're gonna see, and we also see that. I think what spec is Foxita playing right now? We're in the game right now, right?
I believe we thought he was playing Destruction. Is he? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna live with the call right now, so I'm gonna get ready.
Okay, excellent. So back to me and Paul here.
And Skype freezes up again. What's going on here?
Actually, something that we were talking about earlier. We're still getting everything set up here, guys. We're kind of having problems again. Oh boy,
Hello?
Skype is froze again.
Yeah, Skype's going.
Okay, I
issue.
think we can still be heard though, right?
I believe so.
Or is it still frozen?
I mean, I can still hear you guys. I'm just gonna switch to the team screen here.
Okay.
Your camera's frozen, but yeah, I think they're getting ready to go in the match here soon. So.
Okay, perfect. So let's just take a very short break here while they are setting everything up, and it should be. Oh, actually, we are getting over there to the first arena match right now. The first arena match between House Tully versus the Russian team, Team Tesoro. Over to Wes and Riles right now. Thanks for your patience, guys.
and FakeQ, what are they gonna be up to this game, playing against this FMP? They probably have seen their game from last week, so they kind of have an idea of what this comp is gonna be able to capitalize, capable of doing. So, have they prepared enough to actually beat this comp? We talked a lot about how this Russian team is gonna dominate House Tully, even though they won last week's match.
I'm not sure. The countdown didn't go through for the other team, I suppose.
Oh, why not?
I don't know.
I have broadcast countdown in party.
Hmm.
Yeah,
This-
I did have it. Match
Well,
starting now.
let's just restart it then.
What? Why didn't I go?
I don't know.
Why? Why didn't you guys go? Sorry guys, we're having some...
Hey guys, it's Aaron.
Okay,
oh, there's Jason. Apparently we're having some problems with the countdown in the match, so we're gonna give him a second to get it sorted out. Sorry for the delay. Jason, go ahead, man. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, sorry guys for the technical difficulties. We've never had a Russian team in a tournament before, and I guess they're getting kind of messed up with the characters. I'm not really sure.
Actually,
but
it
hopefully
looks
we're
like they're
gonna
ready
get
to go
this-
right now. I'm gonna hop in there. Okay. Here we go, guys.
Okay, I guess we are going right over to Wes and Riles again.
Right now, we're
They're
gonna
not
see...
playing. Yeah, they're. Let's go.
And they're in. Team Tesoro
Guess not. Why not?
are not going in.
Not going in.
The mystical Team Tesoro not deciding to go in.
This is awkward. I'm not sure why.
Sure is.
We just need to figure it out very quick. Is it okay? I have one thing. Raid grouping us.
Apparently, we're having a few more technical difficulties here with getting the team started. So it's going to go back to us for a second here. Paul, you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
So, something that me and Paul were actually talking about a little bit earlier today is the PvP summit basically going on with Player Summit that's going on at Blizzard as we speak, pretty much.
Yeah.
So basically what's happened is Blizzard is... Okay, actually, we will continue this discussion afterwards because I think we got this all figured out. We are going back to Wes and Riles to get this first match underway right now. Thanks for your patience, guys.
I really want to see this, but seems like they're not getting my countdown for some odd reason, even though I can...
There.
And the countdown has begun, and they can't see it, so they're running in. The game has begun. FakeQ is gonna get nowhere here. Stuck in a little awkward position here, being targeted actually, surprisingly. There's a deep freeze into the Dresser Druid here. Are they gonna follow that one up? It's gonna be disrupting Roar into a full polymorph that was pumped, so he's not gonna have that for the future. There was a chastise into Foxita as well, so Foxita is gonna be denied a little bit. There's a blank CS to follow up all this CC into the Dresser Druid here, Muhomer, but he's gonna be able to easily keep up his team. FakeQ is just gonna be staying alive pretty well here, and Taylor Swift, the one that's actually taking a lot of pressure here. Trinket being forced on Azeron as well.
Yeah, we can actually see Snuggly used his HP roar there, so that's one cooldown less, and the Trinket by Azeron, he's sitting that poly and the fear on pace, so there's good crossy full clone onto Azeron now, with big pressure on Snuggly, deep freeze, and into full poly on the rest of the Druid, though on the enemy team, might see some pressure on the mage, Taylor Snuggly dropping solo, coiled on, he can't use any defenses, short poly on pace, full fear on Azeron, he can't get out of this, he's got will back now, but he don't think he wants to use it, Taylor still solo, he's actually going to drop straight away. Wow. I was expecting him to pop like one last defensive, but he didn't do it. He just dropped in the Demon
that's the
Soul.
feral Russian train pain, and they're gonna take the first one. It's gonna be a 1-0. It looked like a swipe for Team Tesoro, to be honest. They just... it really looked easy. They made it look so easy. Of course it's not, but amazing and flawless play. The FakeQ could literally... I mean, Muhomer could sit all that CC, even though FakeQ was focused hard. I think Muhomer was CC'd for around 15 seconds. I'm not too sure about that. We can look at the CC chain here. There's a 20-second CC into Muhomer. Almost the same. Was only 4-second more CC into Azeron. But yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
Team Tesoro was the one that had the bigger pressure when they had
And
the CC.
yeah, I agree. Though it seems very one-sided. I'm going to wrap it up real quickly, so we're going to be swapping over to Jason. But yeah, it seemed pretty one-sided towards the MLD there, with the cross CC and the pressure on the feral. So yeah, we'll be swapping over to Jason now.
Wow, that was an exciting first match. Let's get this conversation started right away. Basically, Paul, what did you see there? You weren't obviously commentating, so we'll leave. We'll talk to Wes and Riles right after this. But Paul, what did you see there? That was another quick one.
Yeah, that's largely how we expected it to go. I mean, the FMP had some good initial pressure out. They got some good CC chains onto the Resto Druid, but ultimately, like, he's still a melee class against the Spellcleave, and when you're in the middle of the ground like that, it really is a pain. You can't really connect on anyone. He's getting kited a lot, and coordinated damage on him, and he just drops. I think he missed using the dispersion there. I think he missed that, so I think they have some things to fix up there. But kind of what I expected, to be honest.
Before we get down to Wes and Riles' opinion, I want to start the next Hearthstone Beta Key giveaway. Basically, this is going to be a really simple one, guys. All you have to do is type in, all lowercase, one word, PvP Live. That's it. That's all you got to type in to be eligible to win a Hearthstone Beta Key. We still have 3 more to give away during this broadcast. And make sure that you are following us, because if you're not following us, we are going to roll on to the next person. So again, if you want a chance to win a Hearthstone Beta Key, just type in PvP Live as one word. And also, please go to pvp-live.com, bookmark our website, follow us here on Twitch, as always, follow us on Twitter, and then also follow us on Twitter as well at Macaw TV and at Daedric TV. So we're going to give this a little bit of time. You guys get your answers in, or basically just saying PvP Live. And before we go to the next match, we will do the second giveaway. Down to Riles. Riles, what did you think about that fast match? Is that what you kind of thought was going to happen?
Absolutely. That was what I said was going to happen, and it happened. I mean, they did kind of... I mean, also, House Tully is doing a huge mistake by going to the mage. The mage is never going to die. I think, at least. I mean, it's a little bit good choice because there's a Destro lock, because they're like, hey, there's no UA, so if you force one ice block, we can like MD it and just instantly swipe him. I think that was kind of their idea, but the mage with a good temporal shield, alter time, 2 ice blocks, cold snap, and a Resto Druid hots, and he even got a Healthstone, he's never gonna die versus FMP. Simple as that. So, what I would say if I was House Tully, if they're listening, just swap up your tactic. Go full YOLO like you did last Friday. Go full YOLO on the Resto Druid, and you might be able to take some games. But like this, you're going to get swiped 2-0. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, we're going to see this... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And also flawless play from Team Tesoro. I think Muhomer was CC'd for around 15 seconds or more. And Fake, you didn't have to use anything. He had used good alter time, good temporal shields, played pretty awesome. Pretty much did what he had to do to stay alive without using any defensive cooldown through that chain CC.
Excellent, thank you. Before we go to Wes's opinion, please, this is your last chance to win this Hearthstone Beta Key. Right now, just type in PvP Live, all one word, all lowercase. We still have 3 more to give away during this broadcast, which is all going to be done within the next 20 minutes. So please stick around and make sure you're following us here on Twitch, because if you're not, we're going to roll again and go to the next person. Wes, right after we go to Wes, we are going to give away this second key. Wes, what were your thoughts on that quick match? Is that what you kind of expected from Team Tesoro?
From Team Tesoro, definitely, yes. They focused the Feral like we predicted, and they actually forced a lot of cooldowns straight from the start, Trinket from the Priest, the Health Shout from the Feral, and it just rolled from there, pretty much. And I was expecting the FMP to go for the Druid, but they don't want to, apparently. I just got that. They actually thought about it, they're telling, but they don't want to. So, I don't know, that's a pretty interesting choice, I guess.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see this next match coming up here real quickly. But first, this is your last chance to get one of the Hearthstone Beta Keys this round. Please type in PvP Live, all one word, lowercase, and please follow us. I am going to go over to Aridin right now, who is running the contest. Over to you, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? All right, so this child, our last winner. Again, we got 129 people with this next one. So here we go, guys. I'm gonna roll again. If you're following us, you're a winner. Good luck. Elo Pukin. Are you there, Elo? Send us a message. PvP Live, that's what he says. Alright, man. Congratulations. You're our
Congratulations.
winner. We're going to take your name down. Make sure you stick around to the end of the stream. That's when we're going to get in contact with everybody who's won and give out your Hearthstone beta keys. Congrats. Alright, Jason, back to you.
Excellent. I think we're actually very shortly here going right back to the second match. I just got to hear the word. But everyone, guys, we still have 2 Hearthstone beta keys to give away, which will be done after this match. Not sure how it's going to go, so we'll see if it's going to be another one after that or not. But please stick around. So we got, like I said again, we still have 2 more Hearthstone beta keys to give away. Right now, we are going over to the second match of the day between House Tully versus Team Tesoro. Over to you, Wes and Riles.
Against the FMP, well, we see the FMP swap it up in targets, maybe. They tried to go for the mage, it didn't seem to work too well. Maybe they'll swap it up to the rest of the Druid, maybe even the Warlock, we don't know. The MLD seem to be pretty comfortable going for the Feral, so they'll probably go for that again. The CC was good, maybe they can do it again. Maybe the FMP will stop it. Let's find out. Game is starting. Gateway coming up from the Warlock. Short, but still from one end to the other. Feral looking for that opener, trying to find the mage. He got out by the flames. He's got a shield up, so he's not being caught. And they're still waiting. Ring of Frost from the mage. From the FMP actually caught the ring on the Warlock, but yes, this spell. Pounce on the mage. It seems they want to go mage again. Priest keeping the Feral out of roots for now. A lot of damage coming out on the mage. Actually, might force block already. No, he seems to be fine. Temporal shield healing him for quite a lot. There's no half poly on the Warlock, stopping the Fierce to peel from the Feral. Mage in a lot of trouble right now. Druid trying to top him. Tree formed already, so it looks to be more to FMP's favor right now.
Yeah, and this is actually really good for the FMP because the trinket of Muhomer has already been forced. But Faku still has 2 of his ice blocks. He also has his health zone if he didn't use it there. And yeah, so I mean he's not in a too bad position, but the trinket on Muhomer down is a little bit bad. And yeah, so they're gonna be back into Faku once again. Actually, seems to be a target of choice here for House Tully here. But Orb is gonna pop down here, and this is a defense into Taylor Swift here. Blank says into Azeron. Is there gonna be any follow-up CC on Azeron? Doesn't look like they're gonna be able to get it yet. But Foxita has popped his Demon Soul here. He's gonna be looking to do that big Chaos Bolt that hurt and tickles so hard. You really don't want to eat those Chaos Bolts. It's like eating bad food. And wow, this is gonna hurt. Doesn't look like it's actually gonna hurt. I'm maybe overestimating this. And it's a deep freeze into Muhomer, and he's gonna be stuck in a Ring of Frost out of that. So this is a good CC, actually a lot better game for House Tully this game. But you know, Fake is just gonna get out of there, and he's gonna be fine. Actually, I might be wrong. Fake might just go down. He's on 200k HP. Was below 50%, 40% HP. He might get drop down here. He might have to use some ice block, anything here. Muhomer has a lot of catching up to do. NS has been forced there. Doesn't have too many defensive cooldowns left there. There's a Quadra Yard Sheep here on Muhomer. So much CC coming in, and there's a full fair here. I don't think he has a breaker for this one. I think he has his ice block available, but is he gonna be able to use it before Faku dies?
Yeah, Faku's actually seems to be fine for now, with the life blooms coming in very shortly. Bloom's tick now, he should be completely fine. I want to point out that the Warlock relayed his gateway early on in the game, that's so they can push in offensively more easily. It seems that FMP just wants to reset, just push in, get some CDs and resets again. So much damage on Page actually, so wow, get Ice Block Force and Guardian actually instantly cancels the Ice Block, just go offensive. He used Alter Time, pull him off on the Druid. He full fear into full fear. He seems to be going to sit that half fear onto Pays, and the Mage seems to be fine. The Warlock in full poly, but it doesn't seem like they're getting too much pressure right now. Mage playing very defensive, and everything seems to be going fine right now. Druid has a little bit of pressure on himself, the Feral Druid, I mean, Stockley, but it seems to be fine. Deep Freeze onto Muhomer. It's a full ring, actually. He's stringing that right away, keeping the Mage topped, and it seems he's going to be fine for now.
Yeah, but the Trinkets has been for also looks like Muhomer actually popped his NS and still hasn't used it yet, so that's gonna be interesting. He's gonna look to an NS clone to make some momentum for his team. We're gonna be looking to see what he's gonna do with that. And he still has it up. I don't know what he did with it, but it's gonna be NS clone, and Taylor Swift is just gonna get swiped down the floor. And there was a Demon's Soul popped by Foxita, and he's just gonna demolish this Feral Druid. And
That
that's
was
gonna be the 2-0.
That was actually a very quick kill. I didn't even notice. I was watching that NS and the clone because he did it like you said. He did go for that clone, but I wasn't even looking at the HP for Snuggly there, and he just dropped straight away.
That's the burst of Oxida, and that's the
Demonology burst.
burst of
Demonology
Mage
burst, yeah.
I mean, that was a lot better game for House Tully, but in terms of defensive play, Team Tesoro kinda sloppy. I don't know, but I think actually House Tully played a lot better. Like, they had a lot of CC into Muhomer. Muhomer had to use Trinket a lot, but he didn't never had to use his Ice Block. But
We'll,
that's...
I'm going to interrupt you here, and we'll be swapping over to Jason in a little bit. I want to agree, yes, they had a lot of CC over. It seemed to be playing better, but it didn't seem to be enough to get the kill. They didn't force a single Ice Block. But we'll be swapping over to Jason and see what he has to say about it.
Yep.
Now that was a super exciting game. House Tully definitely did a little bit better this match. Team Tesoro coming out with a 2-0 win. It was kind of interesting to see. You know, they kind of, like you said, they were kind of training Snuggly at the beginning. Then they actually switched to Hayes, the Frost Mage, kind of midway through. Paul, what'd you think of that whole match?
Yeah, I think like House Tully definitely played that much better out. They like first game they couldn't even get the trinket from the druid, and he just sat with it the whole time. This time he pretty much trinketed every time on cooldown because he was getting so much CC. So they've done a lot better there. I'm still not sure about their targeting choice. I really don't know why they're picking the mage. Whether they've played this comp a lot on live and that's what they've found to work for them. I just don't. I think that's one of the worst targets they can pick. They've taken Ra's advice a bit, where they did go full YOLO at the start on him, but they just didn't really seem to ever have that enough damage to get that final kill. Like without the clones from the druid, they just can't force. They just can't get that like last 20%, that last 30% of damage because there's no clones coming out. It's impossible for him to get clones. The priest can't come into clone. He has it with symbiosis, but he can't come in there because it's an MLD. They'll CC him forever if he moves away from the boxes. So I don't know. I think ultimately they should have picked a different target, maybe the Lock or the Druid. But you know, it's too late now. They played really well, much better that game. So.
Yeah, overall, I think that was an excellent match. Before I get over to Wes and Riles, I want to start getting going on the last Hearthstone Beta key giveaway. We are going to be giving away 2 this time to end it all, basically. So I'm going to ask you a question. Type in the response, all lowercase, one word, and here is the question. Who is the Elemental Shaman on the PvP Live Pro Team? His in-game character name. His team is going to BlizzCon this year. What is the name of the Elemental Shaman on PvP Live's Pro Team? I see a bunch of correct answers coming in here so far, so I think you guys got it. Make sure you're following us as well. If you're not following us, then we move on to the next person. So for this last giveaway, we are actually going to be giving away 2 keys to 2 separate people. We're just going to roll twice. So I'm going to let you guys get your answers in right now. Make sure they're lowercase, all one word. Going down to Wes. Wes, what'd you think of that matchup? I mean, that last match definitely was a little bit more exciting, lasted a bit longer as well.
Yeah, it was definitely a more exciting match, and it seemed to be going a lot better for the FMP that game. They had a lot of pressure in the start on the mage, but they didn't end up forcing the block. They had good cross CC, they had the polymorphs on the warlock, they had the clones on the druid and the rings, but they forced a tree from, they forced Dark Trinket, but they didn't force any corners from the mage, so it didn't really pay off. They just had to reset there. And later on in the game, we saw that incredible Demonology burst, Destruction burst, sorry, and just dropped the mage really, really low, and they actually overlapped the Ice Block and the Guardian there. And I think that was why the Feral dropped there, because they didn't have the cooldown anymore. But yeah, it was a really cool game for me to watch and commentate.
Yeah, you did an excellent job. That was really good. Before we get over to Riles, I just want to say again, for the last Hearthstone Beta Key giveaway, the question is, who is the Elemental Shaman on the PvP Live Pro Team? I see his name a lot. Scrolling through the chat right now, make sure it's all lowercase, one word is the answer, and we'll be giving away 2 keys this time, one to each person, but this is the last giveaway of the day. Make sure you're also following us, or we skip to the next person. Riles, what do you think about that match? I mean, that was a pretty good one. Lasted a bit longer this time.
I think that was more better played, literally, by House Tully. I mean, the mage tactic can work, but I think just Team Tesoro was too good to let it like work. But they definitely played amazing. I mean, they could have landed a kill on any semi-good team. Basically, that's what I want to hand to them. So even if they lost 2-0 here, they shouldn't be down or anything about it. Just learn. I mean, these are some super top-notch players here. Some of the best in E. I mean, both these teams were actually #1 seed in their groups in the Bleach Bones tournament, which was the biggest tournament last season. Everyone to notice that. So, I mean, like Foxita had his own team, which he was #1 seed on, and Fakey had his own team, and he was #1 seed on. So basically, like, these are like two best teams in literally almost the world. I mean, if you would say like Bleach Bones was a worldwide, because there was US teams there. So just want to say like these are some amazing players we're seeing here. Like, but also I want to give it down to the end. Because Homer was holding his he basically NS'd, and he was waiting with NSing actually. It looked like he was waiting to NS Cyclone, because he wanted to wait to time it before the burst. Like, and that was just crazy, because I was like, hey, is he just gonna NS clone or what? Is he gonna let it get dispelled? But he waited till a perfect time until like Foxita and Fakey could just burst down the Feral Druid, and that was just some amazing coordination.
I actually just got some news here. We are actually going to be having Muhomer, the Restoration Druid from the Russian team, Team Tesoro, joining us here in 1 second. But before that, I want to announce the last beta key giveaway again. The question is, all you have to do is answer it and be following us, all lowercase, one word. Who is the Elemental Shaman on the PvP Live Pro team? The PvP Live Pro team that is going to BlizzCon this year. So get your answers in right now. And I think we already have... Muhomer on the call, do we not? Muhomer, are you here?
I can add him. I can add him up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was already added.
This is hard because it's like some kind of Russian name. That's like the biggest issue. 1 second, guys. We're gonna have a little delay because I'm gonna have to like search through my Skype friend list, and I think I got him here.
Okay, excellent.
So someone needs to call him. I'm not the leader of the host of the call, but yeah, just gonna say like hand it down to them. That was some amazing plays there.
Just waiting on him to be added, to be called up, and I can't wait to see what he's got to say about it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get him here in 1 second. I think he just joined the call. Muhomer, are you there with us?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Wow, thank you for joining the call. What an exciting match! You went 2-0 there. That was that was amazing overall. What did you think yourself of both matches, starting with the first one?
Well, our opponents can't make chains of CC on us, and because of this, they lose. Actually, they decide to play on our mage, but I think they have to kill me instead of our mage, because if they can't control me, they need to kill me. There is no other way to win our team. And this Feral need to run from our boost. He can go to the pillar almost all the time, because he can remove Frost Nova from him with reshifting. But
is there any... Okay.
But he decided to stay on the middle, and he died almost all the time.
Muhomer, is there anything that you see that your Team Tesoro, could have done actually better in either of the matches?
Yes. I in the second match I used NS clone by misclick. I didn't want to use it because it was a danger of it will be dispelled, and it was my mistake. I misclicked.
Excellent. Before we get some questions from Paul, Wes, and Riles, again, I just want to go over the last Hearthstone giveaway. The question is, who is the Elemental Shaman on our PvP Live Pro team that is going to BlizzCon this year? Answer in all lowercase, one word, and make sure you are following us here on Twitch. Going over to Paul. Paul, do you have any questions for Muhomer about the last two matches?
My question, less about the matches, actually. I was more interested in the fact that you guys are like one of the only teams that are still sponsored out there. Like, I saw that you were sponsored by an American website, like, company. I was just wondering What's the benefits of that you see? Do you just get like equipment from them or something like that? And if you want to shout them out for being your sponsor, etc.
Well, advertisement give us some benefits in money, and we support this company. So people look at this company and buy some stuff.
Yeah, I'll just link the website for people that want to check it out. And people should really check it out because it's one of the few companies out there supporting a team in Arena, supporting WoW PvP. So you should just check it out. Even if you just click the site and look at the site a few times, that should be fine.
Just to interrupt, I'm kind of a guy that likes to test a lot of gaming gear, and I had some people to send me like a lot of stuff. I basically tried out almost everything in gaming gear, and I tried some stuff from Tesoro, and it's really nice stuff. Like I would prefer it over Razer. I like hate Razer, and I would say Tesoro. If you're buying Razer, just go and change it up with Tesoro. So yeah, I really like their equipment, but I have mine from SteelSeries right now. So yeah, just wanted to say that.
Riles, since we're actually on to you, do you have any questions for Muhammad while he's here?
Yeah. Did you guys actually practice a lot MLD, or how is it on ladder? That's MLD.
Yes, we practice it a lot. We played last season almost all the time MLD, but in this season it's a little bit weak right now because spell cleaves will scale with gear, I hope. Because right now we have problems with Warriors team. It's almost impossible to kill due to second wind. So we are waiting for better gear, and we are hoping they're gonna get nerfed or something like this.
Before we get over to Wes real quick, again, I just want to say for the final Hearthstone beta key giveaway, just type in chat right now, who is the Elemental Shaman on the PvP Live Pro team that is going to BlizzCon this year? Say it all in lowercase, no caps. One word, and make sure you're following the stream to win. We're going to be giving away 2 at the very end here, which is coming up shortly. Wes, how about you? Do you have any quick questions for Muhomer?
Yeah, actually, I have a question about that NS you had in the end. You were holding it for a long time.
It was my mistake. I misclicked.
Because I saw that. I was thinking.
There is
what
no
does the main
sense.
spell skill say?
There is no sense in this NS because it was able to be dispelled, and it was my luck. It wasn't dispelled.
Okay.
I can use it almost all the time. I have no need to keep it on me.
Yeah. I just want to say one thing though. Like the NS you did at the end, was it coordinated with the burst? Actually, Foxy and Fake you did into the feral
yes,
trade?
it was coordinated.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that because I was like, he has NS up. Why isn't he using it yet? So I said like, I was thinking it could maybe be a mistake by popping it early, but you were holding it for the perfect time, and you basically did that. And like when you CC'd him, you guys popped everything, and you like, you had the burst ready when you actually had the CC. So it was real good play.
Thank you.
Yeah, Muhomer, thank you so much. Muhomer is, of course, a Restoration Druid from Team Tesoro. They just won the best 2 out of 2. Muhomer, thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Thank you a lot.
Okay, so everyone in the chat right now, everyone watching on Twitch, YouTube, wherever, please go to pvp-live.com. Bookmark the website. Follow us here on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Follow Paul on Twitter. I'm at Macaw TV, and Paul is at Daedric TV. So one last time, right before we go over to Aridin, last call for the Hearthstone Beta Key giveaway. Who is the Elemental Shaman on the PvP Live Pro team going to BlizzCon this year? Answer all lowercase, one word, and make sure you're following us here on Twitch. Aridin, I am going to jump over to you to give away the last 2 keys. So basically, again, how we're going to do this is we're going to give away 1 key, and then we're going to roll again for the same answer and give 2 away this last time. Over to you, Aridin.
Hey, what's going on? Before we get to the rolls, we have a lot of people rolling for this, and good luck to everybody. I just want to throw up this screen real quick. This is all the players that played in today's matches: House Tully, Team Tesoro. That's their Twitch, their Twitter. Follow them. Please support these guys. We could not have had this match without their help, and a huge thank you to both teams that played. So I'm going to leave that up there for another second while we're getting some last-minute answers in here. Please follow them and support these players in any way you can because they made this match happen, and it was a great match in my opinion. I thought it was some of the best play we've ever had.
Yeah, absolutely, Airden. Yeah, please go to their Twitch streams, follow them on Twitter, follow them on Twitch, everything. Again, everyone, too, I just want to announce it. We will be going to BlizzCon this year, myself and Airden, along with Casey Ware, the owner of PvP Live, to bring some awesome coverage. And we're going to be filming a documentary. We have some super exciting stuff coming up for all you guys very soon. And we're going to continue to run these weekly Friday night face-off tournaments. So it's a lot of exciting stuff in the wraps. Yes, enough talking from me.
I think
Aaron,
they're ready.
Over to you.
All right.
Yeah, they're getting pissed.
Here we go, guys. We got 175 people in here. The answer was Novos. I'm rolling the dice right now. The Elemental Shaman, that's our pro... Jesus Child again. Oh, he won again. I'm sorry, man. You already won one. We're going to have to re-roll.
Yeah.
How
Roll
lucky
that
is
again.
That is luck.
Are you serious?
Exact
Wow,
CS.
what lucky.
Rolled here.
Lucky bastard.
Exact
He
CS.
must-
No, he won't win.
He's here. He's here. Grats. Exact CS. You have anything you want to say? Holy crap. Awesome. All right, man. Congrats to you. We're going to take your name down, and we're going to be giving these keys out in a minute, actually. So stick around. All right, we're going to roll again. Next winner. Medusiax. Well, that's how we'll say it. Where you at, buddy? Medusiax. Give him a second to respond.
Now.
Yeah, give him a second to
I'm gonna
respond.
swipe it.
Hey, there he
There we go,
is.
he's
All
there.
right,
Hey.
congratulations to you, Medusiax. All right, so that's our 4 winners, guys. Congratulations to everybody that won these Hearthstone beta keys. I know they're very coveted items in the community. Everybody wants them. And yeah, so we're gonna have somebody send you guys private messages on Twitch and get your information, and we'll get those keys out to you. So congrats to all our winners again, and I'm going back to Jason.
Yes, congrats, guys. That is awesome. Thank you for joining this stream today. And I have a couple thank yous, too. Thank you so much to Blizzard for giving us these Hearthstone beta key giveaways. Hopefully, we're going to have a bunch of more stuff to give away in the very soon future. Also, remember to watch our podcast on Sundays. Every Sunday, we run a PvP podcast with myself, Airden, also always accompanied by other guests as well, Mui, JD, sometimes Paul, sometimes Tobias. We rotate people in and out, but that runs every single Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. CET. And as always, too, make sure to come back every Friday night, 4 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. CET again for the Friday night face-off. Again, thank you, Blizzard, for giving us these keys, and I'm hoping we're going to have a bunch more stuff to give away very soon. Paul, going over to you, do you have any last-minute shout-outs, anything to tell the audience that we have here?
Yeah, I just want to point out that we're looking to do a lot more of these and to make them much, much, much bigger in the future. But we need the community support with this. We can, if you all go onto our site, be active on the forums, follow us on Twitter, etc. We can go to more players and say, look how many people watched our last team. You can get, a lot of exposure if you play on this, because a lot of these players are doing this for free. We're not giving them anything.
Right.
They're using their own time, etc., to do this. So if you help us support us, then we can do bigger and better things. If you want to see bigger and better things, then help us out, because that's what we're hoping to do. So that's all what I would like to say.
Paul, that's actually an excellent point, and that's something that I should have brought up too. Yeah, I mean, these teams are competing basically for nothing. They're taking it out of their own times, and stuff that's going to help us to make bigger tournaments even more often is go to our website, participate in the forums, like you said, send us messages on Twitter, be interactive with us, follow us here on Twitch, follow us on Twitter. But yeah, everything that Paul just said is a completely huge help to us. Going down to Riles, any shout outs?
Shoutouts to Fewen, asking for a shoutout all day. Okay, you got it. He has me in his movie, so that's why. But also, shoutout for the crew pulling off another amazing day, and also shoutouts for the Russian community and also Team Tesoro to actually bring, give this out and bring the Russian community to watch this with us, because it helps a lot. And thanks you guys a lot. Every Russian guy that actually tuned into an English stream, it's just like, I mean, just imagine yourself, like all English people there that speak English. Are you ever gonna watch a Russian tournament stream, even though you don't understand almost anything? Like, just hands down, that's big to help out. Also, for people that don't know exactly what PvP Live crew does, like we're basically a bunch of people that wanna relive, give the PvP scene make it alive again. And we're not doing this for anything right now. We're not earning anything. We're just trying to make this something big, and we need people's support to actually make this happen. And we're doing this every week. So make sure to spread this out and make it big and bring back PvP in World of Warcraft.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you, Riles. Wes, going to you. Do you have any last-minute shout-outs before we wrap things up here?
Not really, no, I would, but I don't have any requests. I don't really have anyone to shout out, except for the PvP Live team and our viewers. I want to shout out viewers. So, thanks so much for watching. That really makes us do this, so keep watching and we'll do it more.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Wes. Thank you, everyone, actually. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Riles. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, Aridin. Thank you, Tobias, Phil, the people behind the scenes. Thank you, everyone. Again, we have some huge things coming, and I know I say it every week, but we certainly are growing with every time we do this. So please go to pvp-live.com, bookmark our website, follow us here on Twitch, follow us on Twitter. I know I say the same thing over and over again. Follow me on Twitter, follow Paul on Twitter, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, people are sick of hearing it, I'm sure. But yeah, honestly, guys, thank you so much for viewing. We had almost 600 viewers today, and that is super exciting for all of us. I can't wait to talk about it. So that was an amazing day for everyone here at PvP Live. Thanks again. Congratulations to all the winners. And until next Friday, see you guys later.
Bye-bye.